Hi there, Dave Halls from homebizgiants.com, here to give you a quick summary of a blog I wrote recently on why you need to include a call to action in your business blog. The question is, why have a call to action? I guess the first answer, and I'm not actually putting it up on the slide here, but the first answer to that question is really your business blog is all about selling your product or your service or promoting your business. Therefore, you need to have a call to action to get people to either buy it or consider it. It's an essential part of any communication. And if you're doing your business blog to draw people in so that they can do what you want them to do, and that is ultimately buy your product or service, then you need to have a call to action. Now, another thing about a call to action is it's actually unconsciously expected by your reader as part of the conclusion to your blog if you set it up properly. It's the finale for your article. You see, your ideas and concepts within the blog or article that you're writing need to guide your reader through a series of carefully placed ideas logically to a conclusion that your offer is the best answer, solution, or information. It needs to get to the point where you can actually say, now that you've seen that my product is more effective, yet cheaper than everyone else, why not enjoy the benefit by clicking buy now? Or, if you're convinced that this can make a difference in your life, and I'm sure the research I've shown you so far is pretty tight, why wouldn't you invest today? Click buy now. The idea is it really needs to be the finale. It's the tension spot of your whole article because it's at that very pivotal point that the reader gets to see what you're on about and see where you're leading to. And so if you don't give it to them, really it's going to be a little bit like having a limp handshake. They're going to be disappointed. So you really need to have a call to action for two reasons in my mind. One, that's what your business blog's all about, getting people to consider or buy your product or service. And two, providing you've structured your blog correctly, it needs to be there as the conclusion or the concluding point. Now the question is, are all call to actions the same? Well, they're different depending on where your potential customer is within the sales process. See, they may be meeting you through your blog for the first time, and so in a way they're sort of like a cold lead. Or they're a warm lead, so they're already very interested in your product or service. For example, they've jumped onto the internet and they're trying to evaluate buying a product. They search to see what is on the net about it. They pick up your page because it's a review on a product. They're on the verge, they're finding reasons about why or why not to buy that product. And so therefore, they're on that verge of thinking, okay, if I'm convinced, I'm going to buy it. And they're a warm lead. Alternatively, your potential customer could be somewhere in between. And so if you can think about that or at least be aware of that, that's going to help you when you're writing your blog. Now, there are different levels from which you can apply the call to action. There's a hard sell. You know, this is the kind of comment at the end which leaves no doubt that you're trying to sell. So there's no subtlety involved in this. It's the sort of thing that says, you're crazy if you let this opportunity go, particularly since it may not be around tomorrow. There's no subtlety in that. But then there's a soft sell, where you give the reader all the facts that lead to an undeniable conclusion that your product or service gives the best answer, solution, or information. But you do it in such a way that you seem to respect their intelligence a lot more and let them come to that conclusion. But you sort of leave it so that they're crazy if they don't. It's a sort of comment that you might have. If you're looking to start a business with all these qualities, you should probably look at X, Y, Z. And then there's a subtle one. Provide a content-rich article that doesn't include a call to action, but post it on a page where there is a convincing banner ad that includes a call to action for your product or service. And I like this one because it's good for blogging, simply because blogs are about providing and sharing good quality content and information with people. And so if people go and they find your article and they read it and they get the good, warm, quality information, rich content we call it, they're going to be a lot more receptive to things that you endorse. And that's why having a banner is an easy way to do it. The ad's there, the call to action's there, but you're not really putting it into your blog so that your blog sort of stays objective in a sense. So these are three different levels at which you can do a call to action. Regardless, you need to have at least one of those levels happening within your blog, because All good business blogs are there to draw people in and put them in a nice little path that leads them to a conclusion. And that conclusion is the call to action. So the question I have for you, what are you waiting for? Are you including a call to action in your business blog? Thanks for watching. Dave Halls from homebizgiants.com. Check out the other videos that capture blogs that we write about on our page at homebizgiants.com. For now, all the best, and thanks for listening.